What if the storm you're facing isn't here to break you, but to build you? What if every drop of rain, every gust of wind, and every flash of lightning isn't meant to tear you apart, but to forge something unshakable within you? Life doesn't give greatness freely, it demands it. It doesn't reward comfort or ease, it rewards persistence, resilience, and grit. Life will test you. It will bend you until you think you might break. It will push you past your limits, not to shatter you, but to strip away the doubt, the fear, and the weakness, so you can uncover the strength that's been hiding inside you all along. This isn't the end. This is the moment everything changes. This is your defining moment, the moment to rise, to fight, and to prove to yourself that no storm, no obstacle, and no hardship is greater than the fire burning inside you. You weren't created to shrink in the face of adversity. You weren't built to give in when life gets hard. You were made to endure, to rise, and to overcome. And this storm, it's not your enemy, it's your opportunity. It's the training ground for the warrior you're becoming. It's here to sharpen your focus, to test your will, and to prepare you for what's ahead. It's not a punishment, it's a preparation. So stand tall, plant your feet, look the storm in the eye, and face it head on. Let the winds roar, let the rain pour, and let the thunder shake the ground beneath you, because none of it can shake what's inside you. This is the beginning of your transformation. The pain, the pressure, the chaos that's shaping you, molding you, and strengthening you into the fighter you were always meant to be. Don't run from the storm, walk through it. And when you reach the other side, you won't just have survived it, you'll have conquered it. And you'll know without a doubt that nothing can stop you.
The storm that you're in, it is hard to see out of that storm. It's hard to see past it. It seems like the storm. It seems like the storm is everything, but the storm is not everything, and it won't last forever. You can get out of the storm, and you will get out of the storm. And when you get out, you're gonna see this sun, but right now, you're being tried, you're being forged, you're being tested by fire and by pain. That's the test. Don't fail the test.
I want you today to decide, I am going to become disciplined. That should be your only fucking goal. Because if you develop the ability to say no to the guys' nights and the girls' nights, to say no to the alcohol, if you develop that discipline, how different will your life look a year from now? If you can't fly, run. If you can't run, walk. If you can't walk, crawl. But by all means, keep moving. You say, no matter how hard it may be, no matter how impossible it may seem, no matter how many people walked out of my life, I'm gonna get it done.
You say, no matter how hard it may be, no matter how impossible it may seem, no matter how many people walked out of my life, I'm gonna get it done. Your perspective can be your prison, or it can be your power. That choice is always up to you. How you see life is on you, and it starts right here. Your biggest battle is not with them. Whoever them is not external. Your biggest battle is with you, inside yourself. Right between here. Don't fail the test. Don't give in, don't quit. Don't ever fight on. Fight through the storm, fight through the pain, and come out the other side stronger and tougher and better.
The greatest gift that you can give yourself is to find something that you're naturally adept at and figure out a way to make a living at it. Because if you do that, every day will be a play day. You want a goal that you can never attain, right? So you can always move closer to the goal that recedes as you move towards, you think, well, that's frustrating, but it's not. Because as you pursue that goal, you put yourself together and your life does get better and richer and more abundant, and that's why the highest levels of virtue and goal are in some sense transcendent. You want them to be above everything you're doing so you can continually move towards something that's more sublime and better. That's what you want. You're here to live, not to sleep, a fighter.
You want a goal that you can never attain, right? So you can always move closer to the goal that recedes as you move towards you think Well, that's frustrating, but it's not, because as you pursue that goal, you put yourself together and your life does get better and richer and more abundant. And that's why the highest levels of virtue and goal are in some sense transcendent. You want them to be above everything you're doing so you can continually move towards something that's more sublime and better. That's what you are. You're here to live, not to sleep.
A fighter, survivor, winner, victorious, free from that storm.
And every individual walking the face of this planet, you're gonna get hit with opposition and adversity. Doc, I don't care how cute you are, I don't care how strong you are, I don't care how nice you are, it's coming to see you. I don't care how grand your dreams and your goals are, it's coming to see you. I don't care how nice of a person you are, it's coming to see you. Don't care how motivated you are, it's coming to see you. And life will come smack you, right? And depending upon how you process, depend upon the level of success you have as a result of the smack. That's why it says adversity causes some casts to break and other casts to break records. All of us have seen our destiny at some point in time, and we decided not to listen. We decided to ignore it. You know, that's not for me. Life came in inside beside the head and we stopped breathing. Thomas said, the impulse to dream has been slowly beaten out on me through the experience of life, and that's what causes many of us to give up on our volcano. The experiences and the challenges, the defeats, the disappointments, and the failures of life. And we decide to prematurely throw in the towel on ourselves, or to sell out on our true potential, sell out on living our dreams.
One bad chapter. Don't define a book. You just stayed on the page too long. Flip it. Flush it. Keep it pushing. Let it make you stronger when you process it and look at it. Let it make you a better person. Like he said, what's the lesson in it? What's the blessing in it? Everything we encounter carries with it a seed that's a lesson or blessing. Now for us to extract it, that's up to us. The perspective that we have about it, that's all on us. Just because you have some bad chapters doesn't mean your story can't end low. But you have to find the strength to turn the page and turn your pain into your power. Turn your struggle into your growth. I can promise you this, every single person that has strength, the foundation for their strength is struggle. The foundation for growth is pain. There's no way you can grow without going through growing pains.
So rise, stand tall, even when the weight feels unbearable. Walk through the fire, knowing it's forging a stronger, more resilient version of you. Don't let the storms define you, let them refine you. Every setback, every failure, and every moment of doubt is just a chapter, not the whole story. And this story is far from over. You're not a victim. You're not broken. You're a warrior, a fighter, a survivor. And one day soon, when the storm clears and the sun breaks through, you'll look back and realize that the storm didn't destroy you, it built you. It taught you how to stand when your knees wanted to buckle, how to move forward when your legs felt too weak, and how to rise when everything in you wanted to stay down. But here's the truth, you don't rise by accident. You rise because you choose to. You rise because you make the decision day after day to keep pushing, to keep grinding, to keep fighting, even when no one is watching and no one believes in you. You rise because deep down, there's a fire inside of you that refuses to go out. Life isn't going to hand you success. It isn't going to hand you peace, strength, or victory. You have to fight for it. You have to be willing to claw your way out of the darkness, 1 inch at a time if necessary. You have to be willing to sacrifice, to let go of the excuses, the doubts, and the fears that have been holding you back. And when you do, when you refuse to quit, refuse to stay down, refuse to let the pain break you, you'll discover something incredible. You'll find out just how strong you really are. You'll look back and see that every storm, every struggle, and every setback wasn't there to stop you. It was there to shape So don't give up now. Don't give in to the fear, the fatigue, or the frustration. Keep going, keep growing, keep believing, because your story isn't finished. Your best chapters haven't even been written yet. The storm will pass, the sun will shine again, and when it does, you'll stand in its light not as someone who barely survived, but as someone who conquered, someone who fought, endured, and rose stronger than ever before. This is your time. This is your moment. So rise in, show the world what you're made of.